My guest today is an average woman. If she is average, why would you watch it? You are right. You would rather watch a celebrity podcast. वो celebrity हैं, famous हैं, कुछ सीखने को तो मिलेगा. Average woman में क्या लिखा है? या better still, doom scrolling. Mindless videos जिसमें कोई sense नहीं बनता, पर हम घंटों लगे हुए हैं क्योंकि मजा आ रहा है. Right? Guilty as charged. I do it all the time. So why would you watch an average woman? We say we watch podcasts to get inspired. But how much of that inspiration do we really apply in our lives? ऐसे कितनी ही एवरेज वुमेन है हमारी सोसाइटी में जो अपना डिसीजन खुद लेती हैं, जिन्हें अपने डिसीजंस लेने से पहले परमिशन नहीं लेनी पड़ती, जिनके हर स्टेप को क्वेश्चन नहीं किया जाता, और उनमें से कितनी हैं जो उन सवालों के बाद भी अपना डिसीजन खुद से लेती हैं. सोसाइटी इज मेड बाय एवरेज पीपल, मेरे और आपके जैसे. अगर हम अपने आसपास के एवरेज लोगों से ही सीखना शुरू कर दें तो शायद कुछ बदलाव आ जाए, क्योंकि मलाइका और जानवी कपूर के पीछे भागती हुई वीडियोस को देख के चेंज तो आने से रहा. सो माय गेस्ट इज एन एवरेज वुमन who dares to question the rules, who's living life on her own terms. Something many of us want to do, but can we?
This is Narayani's father from Kolkata. A few lines about her. My only child and daughter Narayani, fondly called as Sukanya by our family, happens to be a very frank, humble and a grounded personality. Right from childhood, she was good in her behavior and exemplary in her studies. She was a bit shy and reserved in her dealings with members outside our family. But she was a darling to my parents and to my family on the whole. The teachers too liked the way she used to carry herself while in school and while in college. She had an intimate bonding with the late mother, with whom she could carry on with her thoughts and for hours together. And my wife too reciprocated the intimacy with equal love and warmth while she was there. And to sum up, I would only wish her and her husband all the very best.
Yani, I just want to start by saying thank you. Thank you so much. You know, मेरे को चैनल शुरू किए हुए हार्डली 2-3 हफ्ते ही हुए हैं. कुछ नहीं पता मुझे कैसे चलता है. I just wanted to start something.
Definitely.
There was only one video that I had put, and immediately after first video, I reached out to you.
Yeah.
And you didn't even think twice. In a heartbeat, you said yes. I don't know what made you say yes to me. I don't know what made you trust me. Help me understand. What was the drive for you? What do you think? Why did you say yes to this?
First of all, just say thanks a lot for having me. It's an absolute privilege to have me as one of your guests on your podcast. So, if you ask me why I said yes, it's maybe because of the fact that our friendship dates back to 2007 when we were colleagues in Siemens. We became close friends. You have stayed in my house. You know my parents. Even your parents have met my parents, and we have been like a family. You are.
Yeah.
And as I always tell my husband that when you used to stay in Narayanpur overnight, it was not as guest, but as part of a family.
Yes.
So we were not colleagues as such. We were more like sisters, soul sisters.
Indeed. Totally agree with you.
When you came to me with the idea of a podcast, I was really proud of you because you were doing something out of your comfort zone. I know you have been traveling all across Europe. You have you have stayed in so many places. You have been working. You have been taking care of your kids. So, and still you found some time to invest in a YouTube channel and you took a risk because nowadays everybody is doing something related to Reels or something related to YouTube. You still decided to give it a try, and I was happy with that. And when you offered me the chance to be on your podcast, how could I say no to you?
Oh, that is so sweet of you. I mean, this podcast is also about to get to know you a bit better. यानी जब हम लोग देखते हैं पॉडकास्ट, हम लोग देखते हैं सेलिब्रिटीज के पॉडकास्ट, राइट? एंड समटाइम्स वी टेक इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम दैट वन. That inspiration lasts for maybe a few minutes or a couple of hours, and then it dies down. And the reason to look for people like yourself was also because I have seen कि मैं जब मैं से शुरू में मिली थी, from the day one, and I never shared it with you, so I'm saying it literally now publicly. I always thought that there's something about you which has always inspired me. मैं कुछ questions ऐसे भी पूछ सकती हूँ that I always wanted to ask and never had a courage to ask at that point in time. So any point in time, if you feel okay, this thing that you're going out of your, it's off limit. So, or you should just stop. Okay. Just let me know. Okay.
Sure.
So maybe help us get to know a bit more about your background. Like where does actually Yani come from? I just know Yani from Kolkata, Siemens days, but where were you born, raised? You have moved cities as well.
Yeah. Okay. So if you ask me about my identity, I would say I am a Kolkata chameleon. So, and even as far as a chameleon is concerned, I am from Palakkad. अब Palakkad जो है वो एक ऐसी जगह है which borders Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
Okay.
So हम लोग जो है we are chameleons, but हम लोग जो तमिल बोलते हैं it's mixed with Malayalam. So we have a special dialect called the Palakkad Tamil dialect.
Okay.
जिसे कोई South Indian शायद कोई Tamilian शायद समझ ही ना पाए.
Okay.
It's like Swiss German and Standard German kind of thing.
Swiss German, okay. Okay.
So, yeah, but I was born and brought up in Kolkata. वैसे कभी-कभी Palakkad जाना होता है as a tourist. But I am मन থেকে Bengali. So say like मैं मन से Bengali हूँ. I identify myself as a Bengali more than a Tamilian. Because I was born in the 80s, Kolkata, Calcutta, as it was called then. So, मेरी schooling भी वही हुई थी, National High School for Girls. It was an all-girls college. Where college and university was from Calcutta University.
Yeah.
So, उसके बाद Siemens, fortunately, मुझे नौकरी मिल गई Siemens में, which happened to be in Kolkata, तो सोने पे सुहागा. I didn't have to leave my city for my first job. So, yeah, and ittifaq se I found my life partner also from Kolkata, who happens to be a Kolkata chameleon as I am. So, शादी भी कोलकाता में हुई. उसके बाद, of course, my nomadic life started, I would say. शादी के बाद husbands के multiple transfers हुए. I went to Patna. I stayed in Patna for 1 year. And I stayed in Chennai for 7 years. अभी मैं जमशेदपुर में हूँ for the past 2.5-3 years. Fortunately, I'm in the same organization. शायद मैंने कुछ अच्छे काम किए और ऑफिस में my organization offered me long-term work from home.
I feel absolutely jealous when you say that, seriously.
Since 2015, I have been working from home with occasional going to office. But yeah, it's so. But thanks to the cooperation from my management, I could go to different cities, stay there, get to know the culture, and yet stay in the same organization. So yeah, I have been to places after marriage. But my heart still beats for Kolkata.
Isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
I moved to Europe 11 years ago. My heart still belongs to India. And there is always a feeling कि कभी न कभी शायद मैं वापस जाना चाहूँ. मैं जाऊँगी ये नहीं पता. But कहीं ना कहीं it feels like घर तो वही है यार.
घर तो वही है. Exactly, I totally agree with you because during when I was with Siemens, एक साल के लिए I had gone to Switzerland. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा था Switzerland. I love the place. It's a beautiful place. But कहीं ना कहीं I used to miss India. And when I came back, I did not regret coming back. I mean, I was happy back in India. जो भी हो देश की मिट्टी है. I love it. I know, seriously. And I think you understand it more when you are a bit far from your place where you think your heart
and your soul belongs to. And तुम तो कोलकाता में से ही मतलब तुम तो actually वहीं की हो, right? 5 साल मैं रही हूँ कोलकाता में.
Yeah.
And actually we call it City of Joy, right?
Yep.
You understand the meaning of City of Joy when you actually live in the place.
Exactly.
मुझे पता है जब मुझे भी वो जगह छोड़नी पड़ी थी तो I didn't want to leave Kolkata at all. Not at all. Yes, I'm born and raised in Delhi, but I don't know. Somehow I felt more home in Kolkata versus Delhi for some reason. अगर मेरा बस चले तो मैं शायद वापस आके इंडिया वहां पे रहना चाहूँ. But that's a different story altogether.
Story altogether, yes.
Yeah, you mentioned it was an all-girls school.
Yep.
Right? मैंने एक चीज देखी है जो लोग कोविड में नहीं गए होते, जो लोग ऑल गर्ल्स या ऑल बॉयज स्कूल में रहते हैं, राइट, थोड़ी सी एक हेजिटेशन होती है एक दूसरे जेंडर के साथ में या तो बात करने में या कुछ वियर्ड सी फीलिंग होती है थोड़ा सा दूसरे जेंडर से कम्युनिकेट करने के लिए. Have you ever felt like that? Because you seem so confident. Always.
During my school days, I was very shy. I mean, I was quite introverted in nature. I'm still. But during the school days, it was awkward for me because I had never interacted with a boy because even if there were some boys, my mom used to ensure that I wasn't near a boy.
Don't tell me. Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and we had enough mothers, aunties who ensured that we did not stray from the decent girls' path. So I never interacted with students from the opposite gender.
Yeah.
But only this confidence developed only after I joined the computer class because being from the 80s kid, I was not born with a smartphone or a laptop.
Yeah.
I actually went to a computer class and learned the different keys and control, shift and all. I started from that generation.
Yes.
So it was there I met quite a few boys and like they were so helpful and I was like, okay, yeah, what's wrong in interacting with boys? And then I developed some confidence and we hung around, we went to places, we went to Park Street, we had egg rolls, we went out to watch movies and all. That gradually a comfort level kicked in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's not so bad interacting with the opposite sex.
But how did you convince your mother? I mean, I've seen mothers who are so strict. And to be honest, this came as a surprise to me because auntie to cool auntie hi hamesha lagi hai sabko. I mean, I think all of us have been more friends with your mother than you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So how did that happen?
Yeah, because she realized that I have to interact with the opposite gender if I have to advance in life because school तक तो ठीक था मतलब school में I was a bit she considered me as innocent and she was like कहीं बेटी बिगड़ ना जाए.
Considered me.
So, but now after a certain level, she started to trust me and she realized that anyway, I have to enter the corporate life soon, and there is no escaping men there. So it's just as well that you start interacting with people. And then she also met some of the boys, and even they have come to Narayanpur as usual, and they became good friends with Amma. So they all had her dosa, they all had her sambar, and they were like fans of her.
Yes.
Ultimately forgetting me because she became their friend.
Confession.
Yeah, true confession.
Yeah.
And gradually, and everybody like swore by her, and so gradually she also came around, and then I sort of loosened up a bit, and and then the transition happened.
Yeah. She was lovely. Seriously. You're talking about you being introvert as well. Obviously, जब तुम all girls school में गई हो, थोड़ा सा that also plays a role.
Definitely.
But then there is another thing as well, and that's also one of the questions which I said that it might be something that I always wanted to ask you, and I'm taking this courage today to actually ask you that. Yani, one of the things I think, जैसे हम जब छोटे होते हैं तो काफी हद तक कुछ चीजों में अगर आप खासकर इंट्रोवर्ट हो तो काफी चीजें आपको होल्ड बैक करके रखती हैं कुछ भी बोलने के लिए बहुत करेज लगता है वैसे भी कुछ बोलने के लिए ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट यू फेस्ड स्टैमरिंग प्रॉब्लम एज वेल राइट बचपन में खासकर बच्चे जो होते हैं कमीने होते हैं बहुत कई बार हो सकता है कि छेड़े या कुछ भी इस चीज का मजाक बनाएं या अगर कोई ना भी बनाए और इतने अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपके फ्रेंड्स हैं तो एक खुद ही एक सेल्फ डाउट की ऐसी फीलिंग आने लग जाती है या यू फाइट विद दोस यू नो दोस डीमंस एंड व्हाई मी एंड ऑल दैट हैज दैट एवर हैपेंड विद यू
Let me confess, I have been quite fortunate that way. Nobody mocked me in school.
Okay.
Not even in college, not even in university, not even in German classes. I have had extremely good supportive friends. And मेरे family members ने भी किसी ने मुझे ये नहीं कहा कि तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है ऐसे stammering से because they all supported me. So yes, I knew I had a stammering problems. तो मेरे जो दादाजी है, he was very supportive. तो उन्होंने क्या कहा उस जमाने में हम लोग स्टेट्समैन पेपर लेते थे इट वॉज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट न्यूज पेपर्स एट दैट टाइम द स्टेट्समैन तो दादाजी एक न्यूज पेपर हम मुझे पकड़ा देते थे टेल मी रीड अ पैराग्राफ अलाउड इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ मिरर इफ पॉसिबल जस्ट प्रैक्टिस दैट एवरी डे improvement was very gradual but I developed the confidence and then I realized that this did not matter to me as much, the stammer, because with that stammer, I went on a scholarship to Germany. I studied the C2 in German language there.
Yes.
People appreciated my German vocabulary, my German grammar. You know how complicated German grammar is. And people appreciated me. And so it never created a dent in my confidence that way. And after coming to Siemens, you know how the Germans work. As long unko solution mil jaye, they don't care about how you speak, whether you have a stammer. Unko to apne काम से मतलब है, अपने solution से मतलब है. उनका फोन चलने लग गया, उनके फोन चल गया, वही काफी है उनके लिए.
Restart हो गया,
सब सही हो गया. हाँ. So it never created a problem for me. But yeah, धीरे-धीरे I also stopped worrying about what people will say, what people will think of me. And somewhere down the line, the stammer, it went to a background. It's still there. I'm not saying it's totally vanished, but it hasn't let it affect me. I have gone past that state. But yes, I have been very fortunate that nobody mocked me. Having said that, I think I was born in an era where there was no social media. Aajkal, I don't know what would have happened. Now you with now videos go viral. Now a single image of you, a pose of you can go viral, and you become the butt of jokes, the butt of memes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what would have happened had I been born in this era of reels and YouTube shorts. But let me say I've been lucky so far.
Yeah, and when you're talking about social media, I mean, it started probably with the idea of connecting with other people.
Exactly.
Right? Starting with Orkut days and Facebook started. It was more to connect with people.
Connect with people.
Slowly, it has sort of taken over showing off your life.
Exactly.
Right? खुश हो तो भी दिखाओ, नहीं तो तुम खुश नहीं माने जाओगे. और दुखी हो तो भी एक्सप्रेस करो, नहीं तो तुम नहीं माने जाओगे कि तुम दुखी हो.
Exactly. I mean, it's become like a platform where you can be anonymous because the social media gives you the cloud of the shroud of being anonymous, of anonymity, and तुम कुछ भी बक सकते हो वहां पे. There is a certain amount of Schadenfreude, I believe, which has come into play Now, since we are talking, it's a very recent one, the one with the Coldplay scandal.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, दो जन की गलती हो गई, but हम लोग भूल नहीं रहे. Everybody is jumping into the bandwagon, mocking them. I know उनसे गलती हुई है, but leave them alone now. But people are talking about cheaters don't deserve this, and I'm appalled at the hypocrisy. अरे तुम लोगों में से कितने जन ने खुद cheating किया होगा? But you put on that mask, the facade, and you mock those two people, and it's like it's a schadenfreude that you know कोई किसी की जिंदगी बर्बाद हो रही है, and I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, it's true. And you don't know the story, and you don't know the story behind it.
Exactly.
You don't know the story behind that relationship.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
looking at the people, they don't seem like an age of teenager or
Exactly.
early 20s. They look very mature,
But yeah,
established,
exactly.
established
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the reason behind? You have no idea. They were
Yes.
probably having a private moment, and you just ruined that that thing. And maybe it is a cheating. Let's call it cheating.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine. But let their partners deal with it. Why should
Who are you
jump
to?
into the fray?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. And especially that जो लोग एकदम anonymous होके कुछ भी बकवास कर रहे हैं, memes बना रहे हैं उसके ऊपर.
कुछ भी memes बना देते हैं. I'm really fed up, like really now.
Yeah, yeah. Yani, we were talking about your mother. That is a
I
trick
know.
question.
I know.
Yeah. We were very close to your mother, and we can't even imagine what you would have gone through when she passed away. Came as a shock for all of us.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the biggest fear I think हम लोग सबकी लाइफ में होता है कि कभी ना कभी तो ये न्यूज आ जाएगी, कभी ना कभी एक फोन बज पड़ेगा और न्यूज होगी या कोई मैसेज आ जाएगा कि this has happened. If that's okay with you, if you're comfortable with that, tell me about that, when that happened. How was it for you? But the most important thing, we were talking about social media as well. And when people are putting a lot on social media, including the feelings about whatever is happening, how have you dealt with that?
So, as you know, mom's death was extremely sudden. She was only 57 when she passed away. So it came as a huge shock. मुझे अभी भी याद है वो सुबह. I was walking around like a zombie. I mean, मेरे relatives आए हुए थे and they were helping me how to talk with people, how to call the priest, how to, arrange mother in the
But were you there? Were you there with her, or were you in your family in Jamshedpur and you got the news and you?
No, I was in Chennai. She was with me when she passed away.
Okay, split second में हो गया था.
Split second में हो गया था. I knew she had having trouble, difficulty breathing. So I went. It was 5:30 in the morning. तो मैं उठी ड्रेस चेंज करने के लिए, उनको डॉक्टर के पास लेके जाने के लिए. मैं just ड्रेस चेंज करके आई, that she was gone. It was that sudden. So it was unexpected. It was like a bolt from the blue, जिसे कहते हैं. So I just managed to call my dad, who was in Kolkata at that time, alone. And I called my uncle, and they in turn managed to call all the relatives. So within half an hour, they all were there because they knew that I would be alone. First of all, बहुत सारे customs होते हैं after the person passes away, to call the priest and all, to arrange the person in such a way. And since he passed away सुहागन, तो उनको भी एक लाल साड़ी पहनाया जाता है, वो सब होता है. मुझे इतना पता नहीं था क्योंकि मेरा नॉलेज बहुत कम है इस मामले में. तो कुछ रिलेटिव्स ने हेल्प किए थे. I was like मैं एक जिंदा लाश थी उस टाइम पे. I was just going through all the instructions like a dead man walking, or rather like a dead woman walking. And somehow, with the help of all the relatives and friends, 13 दिन बीत गए. But the void kicked in after the 13th day. 13वीं के बाद, when all the family members went away, सबका अपना अपना काम होता है, काम हो गया उनका. उस टाइम पे the void like it descended on me as though, like a shock. It was very difficult dealing with it. तो मुझे रात को नींद नहीं आती थी. I used to have panic attacks. So I consulted a cardiologist nearby. He gave me sleeping pills. He gave me some blood pressure tablets. So I took some sleeping pills and I was on medication. Then I rejoined office and I just told a few of my colleagues about it. And during that time, they also shared with me their losses. So that sort of comforted me. I realized I was not alone here. So, and that gave me, because maybe I drew comfort in their stories or vice versa, I started interacting with my colleagues in Chennai. Until then, I was just that hi, hello type. But I sort of became close with my colleagues and they told me to, just spend time in nature. And so we used to go to the office parks, sit and chat. And it took me a couple of years to come back to the normal groove, but I did. Like it's been now 8 years since mom passed away. The vibe is still there. I still miss her, but now it's bittersweet. Like I remember her good old days. I remember the fun we had. Yes, there is the loss cannot be filled. It's irreparable. But yeah, I have accepted this as that fact that it's a fact of life. And a couple of years back, I had gone to Kashi, and there I had seen the ghats and the kund, and people told me that mrityu hi jivan ka satya hai. Because people accept that. Because there is this ghat where is the cremation ghat. I saw that and realized that I'm not the only one because it's a part of life. It's some days going to be me. Let's accept it. So it took some time to come back to the groove. But yeah, I have now accepted this as the ultimate truth in life, and there is no escape from it. So let's live life to the fullest.
ये जो सेंटेंस है ना, ये पता सबको है, but I think only when you go through it,
Exactly, true.
then you understand the meaning. Yeah. How was it?
But even then, there is no escaping the grief. I mean, even when you know that mrityu jivan ka satya hai, you still feel bad about it. You still grieve, and there's nothing wrong in it. We are humans after all, now.
And nothing really prepares you. Nothing prepares you for this. Yeah. Yani, how is it together with the relatives?
A few of them helped me. Like, कुछ लोगों ने मेरी मदद की कि ऐसा करना चाहिए, ऐसा बिहेव करना चाहिए. कुछ लोग ऐसे थे कि कुछ लोगों को लगा मैं कुछ ज्यादा ही बक रही हूँ, मैं ज्यादा ही हंस रही हूँ. इनफैक्ट आई वाज नॉट स्माइलिंग, आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू मैनेज अ स्माइल एंड टॉक टू सम पीपल एंड दे वर लाइक तुम कैसे स्माइल कर सकती हो, इतना हंसो मत, सबके सामने तो ऐसे मत हंसो. And some people felt that I did not cry because I'm a very private person. I don't show my grief. I did not cry. I did not weep like with chati फाड़ की रोई नहीं मैं, because I was grieving inside. But some people felt that ये ठीक से रोई नहीं, she's really sad, and some certain things happened. Some people were not happy with the rites which we did. We did not do it properly. We should have done that. You could have spent more money on the last price. It was like, come on. It's ultimately, I mean, how can you talk in such a time when I am mourning my mother's demise? How can you talk like this? How do you have the audacity to talk like this? So it's been mixed bag, but some people have been really helpful to me. And then there are these rotten apples, if I may add so. But, yeah. Now it doesn't affect me anymore. I have gone past that stage. I have just pushed back those memories as a bad memory, and but sometimes it rears its ugly head and I think about it. Yeah, but then I realize some people are like that. You can't change them.
It's like कुछ unsaid rules बनाए हुए हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में.
Exactly.
कि आपने ग्रीव करते हुए कि एक सिचुएशन ऐसी होनी चाहिए,
Yeah.
वो या तो रोता दिखना चाहिए हमेशा, या कॉर्नर में पड़ा हुआ दिखना चाहिए. हंस रहा हो तो आपको इस तरीके से अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करना है, इस तरीके से दिखाना है लोगों को. अगर आप ग्रीव कर रहे हो और इंटरनल ग्रीव कर रहे हो, दैट्स नॉट इनफ. यू नीड टू शो
Exactly.
दैट, यू नीड टू प्रूव दैट ग्रीफ टू अदर्स. So, but Yani, you have always been very, very headstrong, I've seen. Very, very headstrong. I mean, you're one of the strongest ladies that I know. I always felt that if you have taken a certain decision, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but you don't care explaining also. It's like, you made a decision. ऐसा करना है मुझे. It's not an easy one. Especially, I know many people who end up explaining. End up explaining a lot to the people. Let's take an example. So, I remember the time that you didn't even want to get married.
Yes. I remember.
I remember the time when I used to meet your mother. I was like, इसको समझाओ, इसको बोलो खाना बनाना सीख ले, कुछ तो सीख ले. You didn't even want to cook because you didn't want to get married.
Yeah.
And now, like, and you didn't even care explaining. You just said, I don't want to get married. That's it.
Yeah.
I know people who end up explaining, who don't want to either get married, don't want to have children. You have taken decision also not to have children. That's your decision, right? We'll come up to that one, but even getting like married as well. And then suddenly a news comes that Yani is getting married, and I see the photo. I'm like, what? Because I always thought she's so headstrong, she's not going to change her mind. So what happened? Tell us about that story. Is that like an arranged or?
Okay, it's something, the reason is very silly.
Okay.
So yeah, I was very adamant on not getting married. ये तो तुम्हें भी पता है.
हाँ.
So I think around 2011, for a brief period of time, मेरा department change हो गया था. Siemens में. Hitachi had gone to SAP for a brief period of time. I think you know about that. तो उस टाइम पे मेरी दो close friends थी, girls. One of them got married. तो वो शादी के एक दिन पहले, मतलब या एक सप्ताह पहले, she was talking to me.
Is he sitting nearby? Okay. Okay.
So he told me, she told me that, सुनो यानी, जीवन में सबको एक लाइफ पार्टनर चाहिए. She said in Bengali, I'm saying it Hindi for you. जीवन में सबको एक लाइफ पार्टनर चाहिए, यानी शादी कर लो, कब तक सिंगल रहोगी, कब तक अकेले रहोगी. मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. I just attended the marriage. I saw how happy she was with her fiancé, and something clicked in me. Like I don't know. उसी टाइम पे something clicked in me. एक आइडिया आया. एपिफैनी बोलते हैं इसे इंग्लिश में, कि लगता है मुझे भी शादी कर लेनी चाहिए. लेकिन I didn't have any boyfriend, और किसको पकड़ती मैं. और मम्मी को बोलना मुझे बहुत अजीब लग रहा था कि मैं शादी के लिए तैयार हूँ, तो मेरे लिए लड़का देखना स्टार्ट करो. मैं कैसे बोलूं, ईगो भी था एक बीच में. हाउ कैन आई टेल मम्मी दैट आई वांट टू गेट मैरिड नाउ, प्लीज स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर बॉयज. सो मैंने भारत मैट्रिमोनी में एक अकाउंट खोला.
ओके.
एंड वहां पे आई, it's like Orkut or Facebook की तरफ. तो first I had to navigate through the website, फोटो अपलोड किया, अपना स्टैटिस्टिक्स, अपने एक्सपेक्टेशन अपलोड किया, कितना सैलरी होने चाहिए लड़के का, कितना होना चाहिए सैलरी, एंड अबाउट माई सेल्फ जो बायो होता है, जो ऑथर बायो मतलब प्रोफाइल बायो, वो सब डाल के then I was navigating through the website कि how to interact with the potential grooms.
Hang on a second. No. Hang on a second. Tell me the expectations that you had put there.
I don't remember, but I started with a negative. I am not going to change. I am not going to change for you. It was something like that. It was one of the potential suitors pointed it out saying, तुम्हारा expectation negativity से start हुआ. But I was always like that. और मुझे याद है मैंने ड्रिंकिंग में डाला था socially drink करती हूँ. Because yes, never socially. And I put socially. And इसकी दात मुझे मिली विरजिंदर से.
हाँ
सोशली कौन डालता है, मत डालो, झूठ बोलो, नो डालो. अरे सोशल में कोई कोई हाँ नहीं बोलेगा. People will think you are a piakkad, drunkard, and people will reject you. Write no, don't write yes or socially. मुझे वो अच्छी तरह याद है. But yes, after a couple of rejections for stupid reasons, I finally sent a request to him, Venkatesh. And yes, after a series of meetings, finally we decided to get hitched.
Venkatesh and his family didn't have any problem with the things that you had written?
I doubt they looked at it. Apart from
Oh, that's Venkatesh for you.
That's Venkatesh for you. But anyway, they were also very happy. And as it turned out, we had a lot of mutual friends.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, his bhabhi was one of my mom's closest friends. Even then, we hadn't met until then, but we had a lot of mutual friends and acquaintances, and so finally we liked each other. We went for a couple of dates, and then we got engaged, and then finally got married.
How long was that between you meeting through Bharat Matrimony and then
7
मतलब
months.
भारत मैट्रिमनी की सक्सेस स्टोरीज भी हैं जो लास्ट करती है. Aha, 7 months.
Yeah.
Nice. Talking about Venkatesh, I have something for you.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yani, my Frau, that's how I addressed her 13 years ago when we first met. Yani, it has been a roller coaster ride with you. You changed the way I look at things. I started dressing better, buying new things, and look good since time you came to my life. You supported me so much during my bad times, especially during COVID. You motivated me to write stories. You helped me edit them so nicely. And the appreciation I got for all of them was only because of your support. You bringing Uttam into our life was the second best thing that could have happened. Thank you for all the sacrifices and pain you have endured during all these 13 years. And I just want to say one thing to you. I'll be always there for you.
You
That's
really
a
treat
surprise.
We give surprises, Yani.
When did this happen? When did this happen?
We plan something. So
Okay.
you really treat Uttam like your child. Like
Yeah.
I
You
can
just
really
saw
see that.
how my eyes lit up on saying Uttam. When Venkatesh was talking, okay, I was happy. The moment Uttam came on, I was like, oh, Uttam. I am a crazy cat lady, and that showed just now, and I proved it just now.
Yeah, you always used to talk about cats. Always. And I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
understand what's the craze about cats. But then, yeah, I can
cat
really
person.
see that. You behave like a mother to Uttam. You don't really
Definitely.
treat
Yeah,
it
definitely.
like an animal or a pet, it's a mother. You also took a bold decision of not having a child. It was a decision. I know these days many people follow such a decision, but you took it at a time wherein still it is questioned in our society. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो शायद नहीं करना चाहते बेबी, फिर भी उनको करना पड़ता है क्योंकि हमारी सोसाइटी फोर्स करती है. बीट पेरेंट्स, बीट नेबर्स, बाबा पूछते रहेंगे. Right? कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो ट्राई करते हैं और कर नहीं पाते,
जी
बहुत बहुत मुश्किल होती है। आईवीएफ वगैरह की बात अलग है, बट कई लोग सच में नहीं कर पाते हैं,
Exactly.
इवन विद अ लॉट ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स, एंड द सोसाइटी कीप्स प्रेशराइजिंग। अगर आप ऐसा डिसीजन लो कि आप बेबी नहीं करना चाहते हो और आप ऐसे ही एज अ कपल अपनी लाइफ बिताना चाहते हो, फिर भी लोग ट्रस्ट भी नहीं करते क्योंकि उनको लगता है हाँ होगी कोई प्रॉब्लम, बता नहीं रहे हैं। मतलब ये एज्यूम कर लिया गया है
assume कर लिया गया है
कि कोई प्रॉब्लम है कपल में, और ज्यादातर जो ये प्रॉब्लम है वो बाय डिफॉल्ट एक लेडी के अंदर ही होती है।
एग्जैक्टली
As I said, you're very headstrong and you don't explain ever. But today, if that's okay with you, I really want you to help me understand your reasoning behind it. And the reason I'm asking you is Yani, because even if one person down the line is listening to this, they might understand that ये choice भी हो सकती है, and this choice is enough. So maybe Yani, you can talk about it if you're comfortable.
Okay. So before marriage, I told Venkatesh that मुझे शादी के बाद तुरंत बच्चा नहीं चाहिए. Let's wait for 2 years, get to know each other more, and then maybe decide on a baby. Because उस जमाने में क्या होता था, शादी के 1 साल के अंदर ही बच्चा हो जाता था. And I was very practical by nature. मुझे see, I know Venkatesh, he is a gem of a person, but शादी में कुछ भी हो सकता है. Life is so unpredictable.
True.
And why would you want to bring a child when you yourself are trying to know the world, the new world around you? तो उस टाइम पे we are both clueless, getting to know each other as husband and wife. And उस माहौल में एक बच्चे को लाना, I didn't feel it was worth it. So I told Venkatesh that 2 साल wait करते हैं, उसके बाद try करते हैं. He was okay with it. He was like, it's a very practical decision. And he's also a very cool-headed, level-headed person. He agreed with it. शादी के 2 साल बाद there were some couple of issues regarding employment because we both are working in private companies, so you know how unpredictable life can be. There were a couple of factors like the private life, the professional life was not stable for both of us. Then I also wasn't so keen because मुझे लगा मुझे वो ममता की भावना नहीं है. I do not have that maternal instinct required to raise a child.
Which is again an expectation. Which is an expectation from a woman.
Yeah. उसमें by default ममता होना चाहिए. It is not the case. And and I was not sure about my own feelings as a mother. And also, I knew, see, let's face it, it's bringing a child into this world is expensive nowadays.
Yes.
आजकल का एजुकेशन फीस देख लो, हम लोग के जमाने में 100 रुपया फीस होता था, अभी तो it runs into lakhs on the annual basis पे. It's expensive. Plus, that means you need to work. Both husband and wife has to work. And I have to slog. Then woman is there to look after the baby. I cannot depend on a nanny every time. And many of my friends, they were happy with their parents and parents-in-law looking after their children. But I did not want to subject my aged parents and parents-in-law to this labor. Because let's face it, they're also getting old. They're not getting younger anymore. You cannot just treat them like ayahs for your children. No, you cannot. You have no right to call them over and tell them to look after your child while you're slog away in office. No, you cannot do that. I was very adamant. I was very firm and thought that I will not treat my family members as nannies. And all this, as mentioned earlier, I'm a very practical person, so I decided let's not have a kid. I don't want to subject a person who didn't want to be here in the first place to such atrocities, if I may call it so. And my husband agreed with it. I told my parents about my decision. They were very happy. You know, my parents are extremely broad-minded, liberal.
Yes.
And they did not put pressure on me. In fact, my dad was very happy. अच्छा हुआ बच्चा नहीं है. आजकल का जमाना इतना खराब है. आजकल का जमाना इतना खराब है. Why would a child be reared in such an environment where there is negativity all around? पापा तो बहुत दूर की सोचते हैं, वो अलग बात है. But he was very cool with that decision. And gradually people started coming around. Yes, कुछ relatives थे जो मुझे blame करते थे, obviously. क्या तुमने GNC क्यों नहीं कराया? I was like, why do you assume the problem is with me? It can be with anybody if there is a problem. And I used to get asked that by, and when I say family members from his side and my side both, कोई दूध के धुलावा नहीं है इस मामले में. सब लोग पूछते हैं ऐसे कि when is the good news coming? नहीं, good news कुछ नहीं है. कब आएगा good news? कुछ नहीं. I didn't break this news to them about my decision. I wasn't too keen on telling them क्योंकि वो लोग नहीं समझेंगे. I just used to smile. देखा जाएगा, देखा जाएगा. I used to tell. Gradually they stopped asking. So now I'm in peace finally.
Yeah. I know, I mean, actually शायद आपके पेरेंट्स फिर भी थोड़े समझ जाए और उनका आपको बोलना comes from a care कि ओल्ड एज में कोई होगा तुम्हारे साथ में तुम्हारा ख्याल रखने के लिए, right? Your
Just I would say that this is a misconception that बच्चे तुम्हारे when you become old they will look after you. आजकल ऐसा नहीं होता है. हम लोग के जमाने में we still feel it's our duty to take care of our parents. But आजकल का generation ऐसा नहीं है. Expected also. Your children should not be your passport to your old age. You are responsible for your old age, for your future, not your children. आजकल महंगाई इतना है कि you can't expect children to pay money for themselves and also spend on you. You have to save money for your future. If you want, go into an old age home. If you have children or not, that's irrelevant. But take care of your own future. Even if I had a children, it's pretty clear I wouldn't have said that, doodh ka कर्ज and all this stupid Bollywood dialogues like मैं तुम्हारी माँ हूँ, तुमने एहसान चुकाना. It's not. I'm not doing any ehsan. I'm not doing any favor on them. I did not do any favor on them by giving birth to them. Neither are they obligated to look after me during my old age. So ये misconception हट जाना चाहिए आजकल के जमाने में that बुढ़ापे में बच्चे तुम्हारे सहारे होंगे. No, doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no, I understand. I totally agree with you. But how did you deal with चार लोग क्या कहेंगे की theory?
I grew up seeing my parents so like they also like countless other Indians, they also suffer from the चार लोग क्या कहेंगे syndrome. Like, but only thing is they did not let it affect me. They did not let the taunts of the relatives affect me. But I could see they were inwardly hurt by this. And I observed my mom and dad not talking about it, yet harboring some pain inside them. And that trickled down to me because I also felt like I have to please certain people to be in their good books. I tried even after marriage, I tried with everyone to change myself, to behave myself in a way that is befitting of a married woman, and also try to interact, like come out of my comfort zone, like what's expected of me, unlike me during when I was a spinster. But I realized that criticism did not stop. I mean, whatever I tried to do, whatever I did, there was still this gossips going around, some nitpicking going around, saying that she is like this, she is like that. I mean, there was never a moment where I felt praised, where I felt worthy. So, in my case, the wisdom kicked in very late in life. I realized that it's no use pleasing those charlo. You be you. You just ignore what others think about you, because this is an overall syndrome, pan-India syndrome. You cannot change the people around you. You cannot change the nature of the people who surround you. But you can change yourself. You can ignore. them. You can close your ears when.
Is it possible to close your ears? Is it possible? Because there are many people who literally live their entire life based on how the other person are expecting.
It's difficult. It's not entirely possible to close your ears, but you try your level best, and you just. It's difficult to ignore, but sometimes you have to move around, just move ahead in life, not trying to think about it. It's a constant struggle. I won't say I'm completely cured of this syndrome, चार लोग क्या कहेंगे syndrome, but things have become better. And yes, as I said, this struggle will never go. It's unfortunately a part and parcel of our lives.
What is your suggestion, Yani, for people जो लोग हमेशा एक external validation seek करते हैं, लेकिन कुछ पहना है, जब तक कोई बोलेगा नहीं कि अच्छी लग रही हो या अच्छे लग रहे हो, वो worth it नहीं है, या कुछ भी ऐसा हमेशा वही डिलीवर करना या वही करियर चूज करना. कई लोग पूरी लाइफ एक पेरेंट के चोजन करियर पे चलते हैं, या जो आजकल इन है वही करना है क्योंकि यही आजकल एक्सेप्टेड है. तो वो एक्सटर्नल वैलिडेशन सीख करने की कोशिश करते हैं और हमेशा वही पाथ चूज करते हैं जो लोगों को चूज करे, चाहे उसके लिए खुद की अपनी जो भी ड्रीम्स हैं, जो आप करना चाहते हो, जिसके लिए आप पैशनेट हो, वो इनफैक्ट वो डिसीजन भी नहीं लेना चाहते, क्योंकि अगर उनको लगता है कि अगर मैंने ये डिसीजन लिया जो मैं चाहती हूँ या मैं चाहता हूँ, कल को वो फेल हो गया तो मैं किस तरह मैं क्या बोलूंगी किसी को. सब लोग मेरे पीछे पड़ जाएंगे कि मैंने गलत डिसीजन ले लिया, right? So how do you deal with that? Because you have taken such decisions in your life, like initially you didn't want to get married and it was your decision. It was only when you decided to get married, got married. It was still a decision, right, of yours.
Yeah.
और उसके बाद में अब ये तुमने जो बच्चा ना करने का डिसीजन लिया है, हाउ डू यू लाइक डील विद दैट के मुझे किसी एक्सटर्नल बंदे की वैलिडेशन की जरूरत नहीं है अपनी लाइफ की कोई डिसीजन लेने के लिए. Still a courage that is required. What is your suggestion for people? Because you have been beautifully able to do that. What is the suggestion for the people who deal with it on a daily basis, who are not able to stand out and who explain a lot to people for their decisions?
See, my suggestion that you ignore and move on and close your ears would sound very cliched. And it's easier said than done, to be honest. मेरे साथ I could do so. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि सब लोग में इतनी हिम्मत है.
Correct.
So I can only think of one thing, like reflect on these things and think how it affects you. If you feel that you can move on in life, you can still lead a life with the tones, it's fine. But when you think it is serious, it is hampering your rational mind, your way of thinking, your life, your peace of mind. I know it sounds very, very tough, but seek mental help, seek therapy from psychologists. Because it's not a counselor. Because aajkal I have seen the stigma around mental health and counseling and psychological issues and all. तो थोड़ा कम होते जा रहा है. And it's no shame. अगर तुम्हें लग रहा है कि this चार लोग क्या कहेंगे syndrome is affecting you so much so that you cannot even breathe properly, you cannot even go out and enjoy yourself, then seek help from a professional. I don't want to reveal the name, but a friend of mine recently called me saying she wasn't getting married and her parents were putting undue pressure on her to marry. So I told her the name of a counselor who happens to be a mutual friend. A week later, the friend calls me and says, Yani, thank you so much for referring me to a counselor. She gave me certain clarity. She gave me certain suggestions. And I feel already better. Like I was really on the verge of throwing the towel when it came to life. But she saved me and you saved me by recommending her name to me. I was like, I'm happy. If I'm able to change one life, I'm extremely happy. So the reason why I'm saying seek help is I am not a qualified professional. I don't have the necessary means or qualification to give advice to someone because every struggle is different. Your struggle might be different. My struggle is different. XYZ का struggle थोड़ा अलग हो सकता है. So I don't have the requisite know-how to give a solution to each of the problem. It's only a professional who is well equipped to deal with it. So I would suggest, I know many people still hesitate to seek help.
Yes.
Therapy जो है वो बहुत ही एक taboo word लगता है अभी भी.
It's also expensive, Yani. It is also very expensive. We don't know because जरूरी नहीं है कि पहले काउंसलर के पास में जो तुम जाओगे और वो क्लिक कर जाए, लेकिन तुम्हारे पैसे तो लग रहे हैं.
पैसे तो लग रहे हैं.
हाँ, वो है. But एक चीज I want to also, if anybody is watching this, I want to also share that I have actually started. I was going through big time depression और बहुत सालों तक रहा. Started from actually pregnancy के टाइम पे शुरू हो गया. Post pregnancy depression हुआ और काफी prolonged रहा और मुझे लगा कि मैं अपने आप से meditation करके ये सब करके ठीक कर दूंगी. नहीं हो पाया, and it took me years and years to finally decide and actually seek help for that, and it did help. Now, when we are saying, and when Yani and I are talking about counseling or maybe seeking medical help as well, we are not saying that, first of all, not everybody needs a medical help. First of all, try and see if and reach out to your, at least the closest confidants, the closest friends that you have, who can also show you the mirror and not just talk what you want to hear, but also something really जो तुम्हें सच्चाई भी बता सके. और दूसरी बात ये कि अगर तुम एक मेडिकल हेल्प ले रहे हो, वी आर नॉट सेइंग कि दे आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व योर प्रॉब्लम्स. They are not the ones who are going to solve your problem. It's still on you. What they will help you is maybe a little bit of guidance and also sometimes a bit of medical help, which I seen some medication for that as well, which helped me to calm down. And when you're calm, you are in a better position to take better decisions. Now, talking about decisions, you might take some decision that you might regret later on. Right? And then you have to deal with that also. But then it is still your decisions, right? Not somebody else taking your decision. But talking about your life, you have taken so many decisions in your life on your own terms. Have you had any regrets so far for whatever? Had there been anything that you felt, क्या कर दिया ये?
No regrets as such. Life just chal raha hai, and because as you mentioned, I took all these decisions myself. So there is no question of blaming XYZ for this decision. So whatever it did, I own up to it. So no regrets. But yes, I was in Switzerland for 1 year, and there was. The thing was, during that time, the company which I was working with, they offered me a chance to break the contract with Siemens and join them. And all the Indians went ahead and terminated the contract with Siemens and joined the Swiss company. They told they would give me a permanent visa there. They would take care of all the visa, permanent residence and stuff like that. Us samay mein I thought that I should come back because I somehow felt that Siemens had placed their trust in me by sending me there. I cannot be selfish and say bye to them just like that. So I said no and came back. And many of my colleagues, I won't name them, but they all mocked me like saying, Yani, tum to pagal ho. कौन ना बोलेगा स्विट्जरलैंड के लाइफ को, कौन ना बोले, यू डग योर ओन ग्रेव, अपने पैर पे तुमने कुल्हाड़ी मारा, बेवकूफ हो तुम, and all like and stuff like that. उस समय में I felt that what if I had stayed there, maybe I would have been a permanent resident of Switzerland. So what if तो कुछ time पे रहा. What if I had done that? What if I had married a Swiss guy, might be.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
But I guess ultimately, then I realized that there is no use lamenting this, mulling over this fact, because उस समय पे मैंने जो decision लिया, उस समय पे मुझे जो सही लगा मैंने वो किया. And now I can't turn back the wheel of time and stay back in Zurich permanently. So regrets, right? There are certain ऐसा होता तो क्या होता. Those things sometimes I wonder, but it's okay. It's my decision, and I will take responsibility for my decision.
Yeah. I mean, not every decision is something that you feel later on happy about, but still your decision, you feel proud of
Exactly.
it. It's still my decision, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? जो हम लोग कहते हैं कि वो ऐसा होता तो कितना अच्छा होता, या ऐसा होता तो क्या होता, वो क्यूरियोसिटी जो हमेशा रहती है, that will forever be there. Yeah, I think even when we are in our deathbed, we would be thinking about वो decision ले लिया होता. It is a never-ending story, but we should not be sulking over it. We should be like just move on. Just move on. There's no point sulking about a decision that you have taken in the past, or maybe a decision which has been, in many cases, also forced upon you. There's no point. Rather, move on. What are you doing now matters more.
Exactly.
And when you're talking about life in Switzerland, to my, I don't know how many viewers will be watching it. We will be also doing some podcasts with people who are living here in Europe. I'm in Europe and Sweden, one of the happiest country in the world, that is, they say. But we'll be doing some podcasts also with the people who live here. So you can also hear the side of the story as well.
Yeah.
The ones who have taken decision to move, from one continent to another, is what regrets do they have? So so stay tuned for that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Yani, what do you think now that wherever you are in your journey, what is people's perception? Not that you care, I think, about it, but what are people's perception about you?
Oh, I care only about the people who are close to me, and they will vouch for me. They know I'm a very warm person, and they know that despite me being an introvert, not being so talkative, they know that once they get to know me, they can get along like a house on fire. I think you know that best. How with Siemens when Sanpada में हम लोग कितने मस्ती करते थे, we know that.
Yeah.
एक बार तो देर से उठे थे, फिर then we had to rush to Kharghar.
Yeah.
So yes, so see the people जो लोग मुझे जानते हैं, they know that I'm a friendly person, and जो लोग मुझे नहीं जानते, they might think that I'm very aloof, I might be very rude, but that's because they don't know me and that I don't talk much. So yeah, जिन लोगों को जो सोचना है सोचते थे, but once they get to know me, they're like, okay, इतनी भी बुरी नहीं है.
The people that you're talking about, some of them have sent some message to you as well. You talked about Sanpada, so let's hear to this one. Just 1 second.
Hello, Yani. How are you doing?
Hi.
What can I say about you? Let me recollect my memories from Calcutta times. I saw you. I thought you were such a dedicated person in work. You don't talk with others, I thought. But later turned out to be half correct. You were absolutely the gem in work environment, and as a person, you are very fun to be with, and we have very jolly time in our tenure. I can cherish everything. Plus, then our Mumbai time, like when we had the training sessions, oh my God, it was really blast. We had, though it is a normal training as well as our language training, especially we had in the evening time or weekend time. It was such a nice time. I always recollect those things. What else? That's a great thing. And currently, also, what I see, you just grew as a person, and your work and your way of thinking. And now the surprising thing for me is like you are such a good writer, which I didn't know only about it, and it was remarkable what you are presenting in your post and everything. Your opinion, it was I never ever thought. So you are having so many mysteries. So we couldn't find that in earlier time, but whatever we had in our time in Kolkata as well as Sangpada time, it was amazing time. Yani, you are such a nice person, and I have to definitely say about your parents. When you called all of our colleagues to your home and how you treated, and it was really amazing. So altogether, it was a great experience and great memories with you. So we will try to build the new one in coming days and months. Let's see. When the time comes, definitely we will connect. Yeah. Have a nice time, Yani. Take care.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. That was such a surprise, pleasant surprise. I'm so happy.
We can't talk about Sanpara, Khargar, Siemens days before without talking about or mentioning this person. So there you go.
I know. I think I can guess who is.
The guy who bored you all at Khargal for almost a month. I know that you are now Yani, but I know you as Narayani. It's been a very long time since we last touched base. I remember you as a smiling, giggling person. And of course, the intelligent one in my team. Although not in touch with you, I do read your posts on Facebook. Hope you're doing well. Take care. All the very best. God bless.
Oh my God. Yokutin, oh my God. I can't believe you got to speak about me.
Theo is a sweetheart, seriously.
He was a sweetheart. He was one of
yeah.
the best trainers of iPad 3000.
No doubts about it.
No doubt about it.
And Arun, you and I had a special bonding as well. From the day one that we have known you, we'll be setting a meeting with you as well, separate one that we were planning to do initially. But everybody's talking about reading your stories on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Yani has become author. So tell us more about that.
So, I've always been fond of writing. Even in school, my favorite subject was English and history, where you have to write pages after pages.
Yeah.
And for college and university, I took up English literature. So that means you have to, again, write. You don't just have to write, you have to read a lot. Shakespeare, Hardy, reading the Bronte sisters. So, yeah, it's somehow, I've always been fond of reading and of the literature, of the classics and the novels. But somehow, and this interest remained also when I was learning German, because there you have to do your homework, the House of Gabe. So I used to read essays. Only thing was from English it switched to German. But people that appreciated my writing skills. Even when I was in Berlin, my teacher, Jutta, she was a huge fan of my essays. Like she used to say, Narayani, du schreibst so good. And this flair was always there. But somehow the corporate life happened, and somehow the words gave way to cables and restart and customer satisfaction surveys and stuff like that. Thanks to the lockdown, my skills got resurrected. Yes, COVID was indeed a bad time for many people. Most of us lost our loved ones. So, but because of the work from home, I had ample time and I chanced upon certain platforms where I could submit my stories. And maybe I struck gold because some of them liked my stories and I got certain appreciation. And then once you get even a tiny appreciation, your confidence gets a major boost.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And that means I am good. I'm not that bad. You have this feeling. And it gave me the confidence. And because I had quite some time to spare, so I started writing stories. Even Venkatesh got inspired. He said in that speech of his, he had some free time, so he also wrote certain stories. And we discovered that we could tell stories. And people started reading my short stories, my poems. I write few poems. My poetry skills are not that up to the mark, but prose is my forte. So I, along with the wins on various platforms, I finally got the courage to submit my stories to certain contests or to certain anthologies. And yeah, and soon that phase started when my stories started appearing in an anthology of other authors. But I could say that my name was in a book. So मेरा एक सपना था कि मेरा नाम एक print में आना चाहिए. So in a way, my dream got fulfilled. I could see the book. I could read the book, the story by Narayani v. Manapadam. So it gives you a thrill. So yeah, and finally, I can say I have quite a few books to my credit. Not solo. So far, I haven't have had a solo book. God willing, that will happen. But I believe that writing should be a passion, and if you are good about it, finally your efforts will bear fruition. दिल से लिखो, अपने लिए लिखो. Don't write for others. There was a phase when I wanted to write for a contest and I wasn't winning, and then I realized that I was writing for someone else, but not for me. But if I cannot stay true to myself, how can I inspire the readers? So दिल से लिखो, अपने लिए लिखो. Then the readers will like your work because your writings will resonate with them. Yeah,
and long term, it's also long term some self satisfaction, because down the line, if you're doing something that other wants to see, then you're only doing the things that others are feeling happy about. But down the line, even if you're successful, कहीं ना कहीं वो void, वो कहीं ना कहीं वो रह जाता है कि I'm not happy.
That's the problem. I think so. Every artist faces. Even artists को भी लगता है कि if he plays to the gallery, maybe he will get the money, but he might not feel the satisfaction. Sometimes your best piece of work might give you the satisfaction, but not the money. But तुम्हें जो happiness, that inner happiness मिलेगा, that's something unparalleled. It's always a conflict between money and passion. वो तो चलते ही रहता है, but
it's an ongoing thing. And if anybody is interested, we'll be putting links of her website as well in the description. The books that she has also mentioned are also available on Amazon, and also e-reader. You can use it in Kindle as well. So we'll be putting the links there. If anybody is interested, please click on the links. Yani, we are talking about happiness and all those things. Yoga. तुम्हारा नया पैशन योगा जो शुरू हुआ है तुम और एक और है हमारी फ्रेंड ईशा, उसे भी लेकर आएंगे. You both are like really into yoga, और yoga is not a thing जो आप I think उसकी value आपको बाद में ही पता चलती है. And you in fact in one of our calls recently mentioned that you can't do without yoga anymore. Tell us more about it. Like why is it so important and how did that start?
Okay. So I've always been an overweight person since my childhood. I mean, मोटी तो थी मैं, but कभी-कभी लगता था कि मुझे एक्सरसाइज करना चाहिए, but I was very lazy. In fact, after marriage, मैंने एक योगा क्लास ज्वाइन किया था, जो एक सप्ताह बाद मैंने छोड़ दिया क्योंकि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा मुझे. It was very boring to me. बहुत ही लग रहा था कि I'm not enjoying it. And somehow I was very lazy. Around 2023, I got diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension. Uss samay, my life was like a pack of cards, and it was like somebody had taken out one card and it just fell, toppled over. Like, I know these two ailments are pretty common now. Sabko hota hai. Every Tom, Dick and Harry now has diabetes or hypertension. But my parents were also diabetic and hypertensive. My mom is no more, but my dad has it. So I knew that these two, despite being common, they are silent killers. Trust me, diabetes just a dangerous disease kahin nahi ho sakta hai. It can start with something mild, but it can affect your kidneys in the long if you ignore the diabetic symptoms. And if you just throw caution to the wind, it will affect your kidney, it can affect your heart, it can affect so many organs if untreated, if left untreated. I realized that nahi, I have to take stock of my life. बहुत हो चुका है. I have to act now. And when I say act, it doesn't just mean going to a doctor and taking medicines. Because medicines may it can suppress the symptoms, but root cause kya? In the long term kya? I cannot survive on medicines alone. I have to do something. So I was again fortunate to come across a training instructor in Jamshedpur. I called her. She came to my house. I explained to her my problems. I'm doing yoga for this. And if I lose weight, that's a bonus for me. And she's one of the best things that's happened to me because she didn't start with the complicated asanas in the beginning. She started with the joint exercises, ankles, wrists, and all. And once my body loosened up, she gradually transitioned to asanas, something like Padmasana, butterfly, and later on to other intermediate asanas like PGN pose and all. And she also made sure that all the asanas would help me in reducing my diabetes because I learned there are certain asanas which are good for diabetes, but they tend to increase your blood pressure. I wasn't aware of this, so she told me to avoid these asanas. And for example, Surya Namaskar is one of the best yoga. But I am supposed to exercise caution because it heats up the body and it is bad for my hypertension. Okay. So I have to exercise caution while doing Surya Namaskar or Kapal Bhati or Agnisar Pranayam. So she taught me certain things and gradually the transition happened. And when I took a recent blood test of the full body health checkup, I saw a gradual but good reduction in my HbA1c level. Okay. And I could finally see even my hypertension was slowly diminishing in the background. And I was finally feeling healthy. I lost weight. I now wear 2 sizes smaller, which is the happiest news for any girl. But to me, that is a bonus. For me, the fact is the inner health matters. True. And I saw that inner health, some of my neighbors reflected. I was glowing. Are you doing any facial? Which facial are you doing? It's not just a facial. I realized that you can do all the makeup in the world, but unless your body is happy, that will not reflect in your face. And finally, I realized that inner glow comes from inner peace, and that inner peace comes from good health. So yes, yoga helps me, but yes, nothing works in silos when it comes to these ailments. So I also incorporated major lifestyle changes. Like it's been a year since I ate ice cream, but I'm totally lost it. Yeah. I have absolutely now no craving for ice cream. But if I feel like having something, I have 1 spoon of sugar, but I'm totally avoiding sweets. I tried to reduce my intake of fried food. It's homemade food for me. I have literally stopped eating outside. Like my app like Zomato and Swiggy, they are now in sleep mode because I haven't used them for long.
Zomato and Swiggy will ban me.
I'm sorry. Let's beat that out.
We have 15 subscribers, Narayani. हम लोग किसका क्या नुकसान करेंगे यार?
No, I'm sorry. So yeah, but I have stopped ordering. So it was initially difficult because I'm a foodie. Like the cravings are there. Sometimes I do give in to cravings, but I knew I had to incorporate these changes. It's for my own health. Yeah, come on. Health is wealth. Just like look at there. So yeah, but yoga is the best thing that ever happened to me, and I love my time on the yoga mat. मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता है, मुझे तो इतनी खुशी मिलती है when I do that yoga. I absolutely love it.
You talked about inner peace, and yes, yoga had helped you a lot. Do you also do meditation, or?
I do meditation. Yes. But but I like the asanas more than the breathing techniques. My personal preference.
And are you spiritual, or do you like believe in God, religious? Do you believe in religion?
I believe in God, yes. But I am not very strict about following any ritual. So I do not believe that to prove that I do not believe that you have to wear your religion on your sleeve, go to temple, put on a tika, fast for that matter. No, I have never fasted in my life and I don't intend to fast either. If people judge me for it, then I am fine with it. But मैं तो खाना मुझे ठूसना है मैं ठूसूंगी चाहे वो नवरात्रि हो या दिवाली हो मुझे तो ठूसना है खाना मैं ठूसूंगी but yeah no one can force me to do certain things but
और पूजा पाठ यानी कैसे नहीं कर रहे हो तुम्हें पूजा पाठ तो करना ही पड़ेगा तुम बोल रहे हो तुम गॉड में बिलीव करते हो और तुम पूजा पाठ नहीं करते
नहीं it's between my relationship with my God is deeply personal मुझे इसकी I don't want that मैं इसकी नुमाइश करूं it's between me and God and I sort of imbibed this from my grandfather you haven't met him but मेरे पापा के पापा so he was from a very liberal family he was very broad-minded in those days so he was someone who has always stood by me during my graduation days he was a professor at the Indian Statistical Institute so extremely learned person impeccable English skills writing skills maybe I imbibed that from him also him too so I've never seen him praying. I've never seen him sport during the end of his days, he used to sport a vibhuti or the holy ash, but I've never seen him praying. He always used to tell me, be good to others, be a good human being. That's the biggest service you're doing to God. You don't have to go to a temple to show off. If you're not able to do good to anybody, that's fine. But don't harm anyone. That's the biggest service you're doing to religion.
What about the statement that people say कि मतलब तुम्हें कल को God punish करेंगे अगर तुम पूजा पाठ नहीं कर रहे हो या I don't know if you're not following those things that are being told that you need to follow कल को नरक में जाओगे punish करोगे. What about those? What are your thoughts about those?
I would say that those people are contradicting themselves. First of all, God can never be bad. I mean, God जो है is a benevolent. Why should he punish his children for not doing something? And God will, and अगर तुम भगवान को मानते हो, भगवान जो है वो for example, Lord Ram, he's Maryada Purushottam Ram. Do you think he will punish you for not doing puja part? I'm sure he is not an evil person. I'm sure no God will punish their children for not adhering to certain norms or societal dictats. And even if God is unhappy with me, maybe we will deal with him when I meet him, when my time is up. But people have no right to dictate.
Exactly. People have taken more right in that as well. मतलब कल को अगर जैसे तुमने कोई डिसीजन लिया और वो कल को वो सही नहीं बैठा, नॉट एवरी डिसीजन कैन बी राइट. कल को हो सकता है उसका रेपरकशन थोड़ा नेगेटिव हो गया हमारी लाइफ में, बट इट स्टिल टीचेस यू समथिंग दैट वी फॉरगेट. बट व्हाट पीपल से इज क्योंकि तुमने वो चीजें फॉलो नहीं की हैं, ये तुम दुख इसीलिए पा रहे हो क्योंकि तुमने वो XYZ चीजें नहीं की हैं. They even forget we're talking about Lord Ram and is there any God जिसकी लाइफ में तुमने दुख नहीं देखा? उनकी जितनी भी स्टोरीज तुम सुन लो वो सारी की सारी सिर्फ मोस्टली 90% ऑफ द टाइम वो दुख में ज्यादा मिलेंगी.
Exactly.
तो जिनको तुम फॉलो भी कर रहे हो उनकी लाइफ में भी वो पोर्शन था दुख का, बट वो तुम भूल रहे हो.
एग्जैक्टली. एंड भगवान भी जिस इरा में रहते थे उनके मुताबिक वो लोग एडजस्ट करते थे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लॉर्ड राम का जो जमाना था, युग था, वो डिफरेंट युग था. पीपल हेल्ड एथिक्स इन हाई एस्टीम. मर्यादा जिसे कहते हैं, लॉस दे वर नॉट मेंट टू बी ब्रोकन. बट सेम इफ यू गो टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा, जो महाभारत के जमाने में उनका युग अलग था, तो उनके जमाने में रूल्स पे बेंड, थोड़ा चीटिंग हुआ करता था. कुरुक्षेत्र युद्ध में. So that era was different. So even भगवान भी adjust करते थे. So why can't we adjust?
Yeah, that adjustment doesn't also mean कि तुम ethical as you
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is one person also, nothing related to ethics or something, but one more person who was common between us. High Path 3000 is not possible if we don't have this person in our conversation. And you did mention his name during your conversation as well. जब तुमने भारत मैट्रिमोनी के ऊपर लिखा था, इस बंदे ने तुम्हें सजेशन किया था, ऐसा थोड़ी लिखना है.
My name is Virjinder. I would like to share few thoughts about Narayani. Firstly, willingness to help others and sometimes also going out of her way. Secondly, her capability to learn new things and implement smoothly. I am glad to have her as a good friend. Thank you.
Thoughts, Yani?
Spoken like a true manager. Implement क्या बोल बैठा? Implement क्या बड़े words use कर. कौन uses that?
That's Virjinder.
That's Virjinder. But yeah, he's one of the best managers to have ever in life.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Virjinder, when we were there together, for some reason, हम दोनों पंजाबी हैं, but हम लोग दोनों का कुछ मैच नहीं होता था. But I think with the time now, I think I like him like that. जैसा है ऐसा ठीक है. और शायद उसने भी शायद ऐसे ही सोचा होगा, ये जैसी भी है वैसे ही ठीक है. So I think, Yani, you have given us so many memories that it's only out of love that everybody's sending messages. The moment I reached out to everyone, they just immediately, nobody said no, nobody took time as well. Immediately, everybody started sending messages. And Virjinder was the first person who sent this message. He's somewhere in the remote area within India. किसी तो गाँव में कोई remote area में है, शायद वहाँ पे internet का भी थोड़ा issue होगा. But he was the first one who sent the message. Your friendship really means a lot. We can really see that it means a lot to many of us, and we really appreciate it. What's next, Yani? Now you're author. What's upcoming? What are plans in your life next?
No specific plan as such. I will just take things as they come. अभी कोई expectation मैं नहीं रखना चाहती. I just want to go one step at a time. Enjoy life. अभी मैं उस phase पे पहुंच गई हूँ that I don't want to stress myself. Like I don't want to put myself in undue stress and slog like a donkey for any organization or for someone. I want to take it easy in life. And just tackle every day as it comes. And thankfully, my professional life is also going smoothly. I am now with a different management. My colleagues are from Bulgaria and Italy. तो उनका जो way of working है काफी relaxed रहता है. Like Germans, तुम्हें तो पता है कैसे Germans काम करते हैं. So as long as you do your job, it's fine. You can relax. So मुझे इतना pressure नहीं है. And I have got all girls team. They're extremely cooperative and they have my back. I have their back. वैसे है हम लोग. We are like close friends. Girls team, Bulgaria, Italy, unity. बहन वैसे.
Okay.
Things are going pretty well there. And I follow my hobby like reading books, writing the occasional story. On the author front, all I can reveal right now is I'm in the process of co-authoring a book. I can't reveal much because I am sworn to secrecy. I hope one day the book sees the light of day. And fingers crossed for that. And then you will come to know from me when I will probably beg others to buy the book and review it, like marketing, which I'm very weak at, but hopefully that stage will come. And otherwise, just enjoy life. उत्तम तो है ही, उत्तम के पीछे भाग दौड़ करना पड़ता है. My cat. So I'm happy watching him. Sometimes when I'm doing nothing, I just watch him sleep and get angry and happy at the same time. कि कमीना कैसे सो रहा है without any worry in the world और मुझे काम करना पड़ता है.
Oh, you have no idea. Like, when somebody asks me, what do you want to be in the next life? I want to be a cat. I'm not even.
Exactly.
I have a cat.
Exactly. I want to be a cat. मैं वेंकटेश को बोलती है मुझे अगले जन्म में बिल्ली बना दो, हाउस कैट बना दो, मुझे 24/7 सोना है. I can be fat. Nobody will bother. Nobody will body shame me.
And
If I am fat,
no,
now,
but even if they do, you don't care. As a cat, you don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They can sleep. They can be like. They can be selfish until people go, oh, people will say, I want to be cat in my next birth. Let हम लोग तो बिल्ली बन जाते हैं. चलो Jasleen.
तब एक नया बिल्ली पॉडकास्ट करेंगे.
Podcast करेंगे.
We are in the last segment. I didn't even know that we had segments, but now I'm saying we are in the last segment.
Okay.
So before we end, anything that maybe if you want to ask me as well, I've been asking so many questions from you, but anything that you have in mind that you have been wanting to ask.
How did you come about this idea of having a podcast or even a YouTube channel first? What made you start a YouTube channel? आजकल तो सभी करते हैं YouTube channel.
हाँ.
But तुम्हारा intention क्या था and what do you want to do that will set you apart from the rest of the YouTubers?
That's a question. ठीक है. The drive why I really took this step to create a channel was because, as I said during the podcast as well, that I went through the depression phase as well. क्या हुआ था? One of the things that you also mentioned was कि जब तुम स्विट्जरलैंड गई थी तो तुम्हें बोला गया कि तुम सीमेंस छोड़ के यहाँ काम कर सकती हो, right? But it was because of the ethics you said कि नहीं, I can't ditch the company. उसने बहुत ट्रस्ट करके मुझे यहाँ भेजा है. तो जब मैं यूरोप में आई थी तो मेरे को जॉब मिल गई थी इमीडिएटली. लाइक ओरेकल में मैं इंडिया में काम करती थी, वहां से निकली, यूरोप में आई, यहाँ इंटरव्यू दिया. ट्रांसफर नहीं मिला था मुझे, मैंने यहाँ पे इंटरव्यू दिया था डबलिन में, जॉब मिली और मैंने शुरू कर दिया. व्हाट आई डिडंट नो वाज के आई वाज प्रेग्नेंट. आई डिडंट नो दैट. आपको शुरू में नहीं पता चलता कुछ हफ्ते तक, और मूवीज वगैरह में बहुत कुछ बताते हैं, बट रियल लाइफ में जब आपके ऊपर एक्चुअल होता है तो आपको नहीं पता चलता है कि कई बार कुछ हफ्ते तक नहीं पता चलता. So I started the job and I got to know that I was pregnant. And यूरोप में प्रेगनेंसी के लॉस बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट हैं कि आपको निकाला नहीं जा सकता. The moment you are pregnant and you tell it to your company, even if कुछ भी हो रहा है कंपनी में, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है जिसमें लोग भी हटाए जा रहे हैं, यहाँ पर ऐसे आप सेफ हो. प्रेगनेंसी के पीरियड में आप बहुत सेफ माने जाते हो. ठीक है. What happened was मैं ना सुनने काफी बीमार रहने लग गई थी, काफी प्रॉब्लम हुई थी मेरे को शुरू में, और मैं अकेली थी तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था कैसे डील करना है. ऐसे देखने में बात अलग है, यूट्यूब की बात अलग है, इधर उधर आप ट्यूटोरियल लेते हो, देख लेते हो, बट actually when you're going through a lot of changes in you, imagine like if you're going through periods as well, periods के कुछ टाइम तक आप थोड़े से चिड़चिड़े से रहते हो, उसका 100 टाइम्स लगा लो. प्रेगनेंसी के टाइम में आपको पता ही नहीं होता आपके हार्मोन्स टोटली इम्बैलेंस हो जाते हैं, या पता नहीं क्या होता है कि आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू लाइक अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन. तबियत भी खराब रहती थी, तो मैं बार बार सिक लीव पे जा रही थी. तो और मुझे फुल राइट था सिक लीव पे जाने का उस टाइम पे, लेकिन मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता था कि मैंने अभी कंपनी ज्वाइन की है और मैं बार बार सिक लीव पे जा रही हूँ. मुझे तो अपनी ट्रेनिंग करके डिलीवर करना चाहिए. They have hired me for some reason, for some trust. और मैं डिलीवर नहीं कर रही हूँ. There are many people who told me, including my own family, जो कि मेरे जो फादर इन लॉ है वो HR के हेड रह चुके हैं. उन्होंने बताया कि लॉज बहुत स्ट्रांग है, तुम्हें कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ी है घबराने की, कोई तुम्हें निकाल नहीं सकता. मैंने कहा नहीं, निकालने की बात नहीं है. I don't want to continue with the company जो बहुत ट्रस्ट करके मेरी जगह पे किसी और को हायर करके काम अपना करवा सकते हैं. ये बैठे बैठे मुझसे सैलरी नहीं ली जाएगी. उस टाइम पे मुझे लोगों ने बहुत बोला था कि क्या स्टुपिडिटी है, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. मतलब ये वाज लाइक यहाँ पर तो ऐसा होता नहीं है, साफ सी बात है। इंडिया में फिर भी शायद कोई इस बात को समझ ले कि व्हाट द थॉट प्रोसेस आई वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम, बट यहाँ पे एवरीबॉडी वाज लाइक इट इज स्टुपिडिटी, व्हिच आई अंडरस्टैंड एंड आई हैड अ फुल फेथ ऑन माय सीवी के इंडिया में मैं अच्छा खासा काम कर चुकी थी, अलग अलग टाइप की जॉब कर चुकी थी, सारे के सारे एस्टैब्लिश्ड जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ थे उनके साथ में काम किया था, तो आई हैड अ स्ट्रॉन्ग सीवी एंड आई वाज लाइक कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, दोबारा जॉब जाने में मिल जाएगी मुझे जॉब। नहीं जसलीन, आसान नहीं होता है। नहीं, मुझे अपना सीवी पे बहुत ट्रस्ट है। जब रायन पैदा हुआ उसके कुछ महीने बाद मुझे लगा कि मुझे काम पे जाना चाहिए एंड आई सर्च्ड फॉर द जॉब, लिंक्डइन वगैरह जितनी भी वेबसाइट्स वगैरह थी उन सब पे ट्राई किया, nobody gave a out my CV, nobody wanted to contact me, nobody। उसके बाद में जैसे तैसे करके इस बात को 2-2.5 साल निकल गए और अंदर अंदर से क्या होता है, आप अपने ही कैपेबिलिटीज पे थोड़ा शक करने लग जाते हो, अपने डिसीजंस पे रिग्रेट करने लग जाते हो कि ये मैंने क्या कर दिया। ठीक है, उसके बाद में जब मैं दोबारा से मुझे जॉब मिली, वो भी ऐसे मिली क्योंकि फ्लोरियन के पास एक्चुअली आए थे रिक्रूटर उसे हायर करने के लिए एंड ही वाज नॉट रियली लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग, सो ही सेड कि मेरी वाइफ इस टाइम पे अवेलेबल है, अगर आपको करना है तो ट्राई कर लो। उन्होंने मुझे कॉल किया और जनरली क्या होता था, जब भी अगर मुझे कोई कॉल आ भी जाती थी तो बात करने के बाद जब वो लास्ट में पूछते अभी क्या कर रहे हो और मैं बोलती थी कि अभी मैं ब्रेक पे हूँ, एंड दे वर लाइक
Oh, yeah.
and the CV never used to reach the hiring manager.
Definitely.
इस बार क्या हुआ कि I'm really thankful to I'm gonna name the organization as well. Microsoft ने बहुत I'm really thankful to them. They reached out and the lady was there and she said, "Jasleen, I don't know if they will इतने गैप के बाद में वो हायर करेंगे नहीं, but I don't want your CV to die here. I want to give it a chance." तो मैं जान फॉरवर्ड करने वाली हूँ हायरिंग मैनेजर को, बाकी उसके बाद में तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू पे बेस करता है और उनके डिसीजन के ऊपर करता है। दे गेव मी जॉब और शुरू हो गया काम। लकीली 2.5 साल लगे और वो 2.5 साल के अंदर एक तरह से कॉन्फिडेंस शेक हो गया। ठीक है, फिर इसके बाद क्या हुआ, बार बार कुछ ऐसे एपिसोड्स हुए जिसमें आपको मुझे अपने जॉब पे काफी कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ा, लेवल्स पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ा, एंड देन एवरी टाइम आई वाज मेकिंग अ कॉम्प्रोमाइज देयर वाज सम काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस एकदम से शैटर हो गया था। एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड, अगर मुझे कुछ उसके बाद मौका भी मिलता था मेहनत करने के बाद में, प्रूव करने के बाद में, आई फेल्ट लाइक एम आई रियली वर्दी ऑफ दिस अचीवमेंट दैट आई एम गेटिंग, and I started doubting my own capabilities. So I extra pushed hard, extra did work just to prove the point कि उनको ये ना लगे कि उन्होंने गलत hiring कर दी है, which we also call imposter syndrome. So for a very long time I was fighting with that, with the confidence, with imposter syndrome. So initially मुझे काफी टाइम तक लगा कि when you are in it, you're going through imposter syndrome, you're going through depression phase, you feel that you're alone, you're the only one who feels like that, and everybody is having eyes on you, right? हर कोई तुम्हारी नेक्स्ट मिस्टेक की वेट कर रहा है, आपको ऐसा अंदर अंदर से लगता है। तो उस टाइम पे फिर मैंने कुछ शुरू में ऐसा काफी टाइम तक लगा और उसके बाद में मैंने थोड़ी जो 2-3 कॉन्फिडेंस मेरे अंदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थे, कुछ 1-2 मेंटर्स थे, उनसे मैंने खुल के बात की and some of them had been really kind and guided me. And then after that, and after also took some medication help, as I said, I started working towards, and it is, I won't say imposter syndrome or such kind of things don't really go away forever. You keep on fighting with it, right? Forever, like in your life. But what I saw was that with the time I started seeing that I was not the only one. There are so many people who are just having these feelings internally, who are not able to come out and talk about it, not able to open up their world, and जब तक वो खोलेंगे नहीं, जैसे कि मैंने जब तक हेल्प नहीं सीखी तब तक I could never come out of it. So I wanted to have a channel wherein I can like talk to a very like day-to-day people, how are they, so that they feel, अगर मेरा मोटिव सिर्फ इस पॉडकास्ट से या इस तरह की पॉडकास्ट सिर्फ ये है कि अगर एक भी इंसान इसको देख रहा है और वो कहीं पर भी ये रिलेट कर पाए, किसी भी एक टॉपिक से रिलेट कर पाए और देख पाए कि ओ आई एम नॉट द ओनली वन, इट्स नॉर्मल टू टॉक अबाउट इट, ये फीलिंग कर पाए और उसके बाद में किसी से शेयर कर पाए ये फीलिंग्स, दैट इज अ विन फॉर me to create this channel. And yes, I am putting all some stupid things as well on the channel.
I love your channel. I absolutely love you. It's very raw. It's authentic. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. तुम एक authenticity है तुम्हारे इस channel में. It's very raw. I like it, and you will go.
Thank you so much. I'm also putting some like stupid दिख hey मैंने ये trousers check की कि ये ऐसी लगती है hey मैंने ये dunk किया वगैरह because this is also me. This also me. I when I'm like जब मैं doom scrolling कर रही होती हूँ मैं stupid चीजें देख रही होती हूँ. This is also me. I can't be always serious. That's not me at all. So a serious imposter syndrome person fighting with the depression is one part of my life. The other part is also me enjoying life, me enjoying cities that I go to, me enjoying, me trying the clothes which I see online on like super thin models, and my body is totally different after so many years. And I want to see how that clothes look on my body, so I want to try it. And if somebody else is also interested in seeing that, hey, look at if you are like me, these are the so. I do all the stupid things, and I wanted to have a channel one to a portion of my channel, and that's going to be the big portion is going to be to give people one a voice and also to make them feel that you're not alone. I was not the one, and you're also not. That's one part of it, and that's going to be a bigger part of it. Koi dekhe na dekhe, it is sort of like a it's there for anyone who's interested. And the other part is about yes, just raw, unfiltered me, and representing a lot of us who don't want to sometimes color their hair. We are in 40s. We need to.
Yeah, we got managed. We also.
Yeah, so just raw me, and in this this Insta world, everything is so filtered, which we love. I mean, filters make us look nice and all. But there is also raw side that we want to like present without feeling like shame about it, because that's us, right? That's imperfect, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Such a long explanation. And we have the guest appearance from Uttam that we all saw.
Ow! Not okay. What?
I know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I have pets as well, and I know how they are. One of them is just with me. Yani, I'm so thankful for giving this half of your Sunday to me. मेरे चैनल पे हार्डली कुछ सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, और वो भी सिर्फ mostly family members, friends like yourself. I'm not even promoting my channel, you know that.
You should do it. It's high time you do it.
Yeah, maybe with your podcast we'll start.
I will do it. I will share your link soon.
Yeah. Okay. So, but even then, when we are absolutely raw, when we are just starting our journey, nahi aata mujhe ye sab kuch karna, but we are doing it, and you really showed your faith in me, and you shared your entire life. It's not easy. कुछ ऐसे uncomfortable question भी मैंने शायद पूछे. I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for being so open.
Come out of my comfort zone and group and talk about it. And मेरे suggestion से एक भी लड़की को help मिला, I will be happy. I would say that I have been successful. I don't want to bring about a radical change. एक तिनका भर change, that's also good.
Even a thought ke you don't need to explain your decision. You do it, and then don't regret about it. Even if that fails, it's okay, part of life. Even if that is something that anybody gets from this, is a win for us, I would say. Thank you so much, Yani, once again. I'll let you go now. It's enough time I've taken of yours. So
No, it's okay. It's been absolutely fun talking to you. It's really been a pleasure. I mean, I totally enjoyed this podcast. It's the first time for me. I feel like a celebrity now. I feel like a celebrity now. I ask her to some celebrities podcast करते, so now I feel like someone very famous, and maybe I will share my when this podcast gets released on YouTube, I will share it. I will proudly share it and say that, and I will shamelessly promote it, and I will promote your channel through my writings. I will put up a Facebook post. I have a greater reach. I will try to ensure that you get subscribers and followers, and they upvote your videos. And when the podcast comes, maybe you'll gain more followers, my friends. Who knows?
Maybe you are my lucky charm. Who knows?
Yeah, lucky charm. You never know.
Yeah. All right, then Yani, I'll let you go. Then thank you so much
Sure.
for today,
Thanks
and
so
thank
much,
you to for Uttam for the last minute.
Cameo.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
Superstar, so
Yes,
cameo to banda.
and Venkatesh for secretly sending me the videos.
Yeah, I have to confront him now. Ye kab hua? When did you record it? Where did you record it? Definitely not at home. Office में किया होगा. मैं पूछ रही हूँ अभी उससे.
And everybody else, Virjinder,
Yeah, definitely.
Arun,
Thank Arun,
thank you so
and
much for
Virjinder.
participating.
Thanks, really, truly.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.